Hi, everybody. I am so excited to have the fabulous and amazing Jill Lublin, PR guru. She and I have been friends for years, and I'm so delighted, Jill, that you have taken the time to come be on Captivate the Mic and share some of your beautiful heart and soul and your amazing expertise. I know you helped me get on TV. You helped me with my America's Got Talent and New York Times. You helped me with so many things. So welcome. Thank you for being here.
I am super excited to be with you, Elaine, always. So thank you for having me.
Yeah, so I want to dive right in. I know we're super busy. I want to know, you've done PR forever. You're an adventurer. You're a seeker. Tell me about the whole circles of kindness. I feel like we all need that now more than ever.
Yes, we do need that more now than ever. And I've been doing kindness circles for, 4 years now. And it's based on my book, The Prophet of Kindness, which I wrote. As we all know, yes, we need more kindness than ever. In these kindness circles, it's so wonderful. We bring together, I've got over 1,000 people in the community now. We bring together people on video. We connect together. We create kindness together. We ask for, what do you need next? And we give it to each other. And then often I'll have a 10-minute speaker. In fact, to celebrate World Kindness Day, I actually had Jack Canfield. Is that exciting? Woo,
I love him. I've got to meet him and hang out with him once. I bet that was fabulous.
It was super amazing. And I was very blessed, as we all were. And I've had some really amazing people, including many people who've been featured in People magazine and all kinds of places that kind people hang out and read. So just really great. I've been really lucky. Let me just say that. And so we do this every month, once a month. It's completely free. I'd love for you to post the link. It's jilllublin.com/kindness circles. Please come one, come all, and let's be kind together.
I love that. And I think when you can connect like-minded people and people who are on the same vibe, it grows and it blossoms and it blooms. That's awesome. And how many books have you written now?
4. They're all right
4.
here. Yes. And my latest are The Prophet of Kindness, and then the 3rd edition of Guerrilla Publicity. So that's mostly what I go out and I speak on all over the world. And companies create cultures of kindness together, and as well as getting your name out there. That's important.
I love that. So you speak, you write, and you run these circles of kindness. And are you still doing your one-day PR boot camp?
I actually do a media mastery intensive now. Everything's been redone and recreated so that I'm delivering a lot of value at once. And it's called the Media Mastery Intensive. So super short days together to get your publicity done. And people actually pitch media right there. So that's just been awesome.
I love that, because one of the things I liked about you were like, let's do it now, because I know I'm a note taker and a recovering perfectionist. And so many times as entrepreneurs, we're like squirrel, and we have these shelf help, all these ideas and notes and never get to the total fruition. And so that's one thing I love about, I feel like your work, we're similar in that of let's get it done. It doesn't have to be perfect.
Yes, I'm definitely get it done kind of woman. And I just would say progress, not perfection. I think people get really stuck in trying to be perfect or getting it right. Part of it is just, let's get it out. That's really the key. Let's just get it out.
Yes. I'm always like, correct and continue. Let's get it out. And then, or as T. Harv Eker used to say, ready, shoot, aim, or ready, fire.
And now a quick break. Are you an expert and you are speaking already, but you're not having fun with it? Or maybe you feel like your presentation is kind of boring, or you have a hard time grabbing them and keeping them engaged and involved. I am a speaker coach, so I love helping people grab their audience and actually have fun, no matter the topic. I have tools to keep an audience engaged and actually on the edge of their seats the entire time. So if you want to talk about how to be more engaging, more captivating, no matter the topic, let's set up a call. I'd love to meet you and find out what you're speaking about, what you want to do, where you want to go, and see if it's the right fit. And we're back.
Exactly.
Now,
Exactly.
if you were going to give somebody a super tip, like this is not your first rodeo. You have been around, right? What do you see entrepreneurs? What's a mistake we make often? Or what is one or two super tips that could just be,
First of all, the biggest mistake is not doing anything or letting fear hold you back or perfectionism and taking no steps for visibility. So baby steps. You like the baby step? That's
I love it.
Baby steps are the key to success. And that really is an important tip. I suggest 30 minutes of visibility building activities every single week. Okay, now that can be 2 15-minute segments, by the way. Come on, people. You're walking to the refrigerator and back or waiting in line at Starbucks. You could be doing some visibility building activities. And so I'm going to recommend that 30 minutes a week to keep momentum, because one of the things that's so important in publicity is to be consistent and persistent in the marketplace. And really keep yourself out there, up there, and connect to people so that they keep remembering you. I call it the I've heard of you somewhere syndrome, which would be my next tip, right? It's actually, that ties into the other one. Create the I've heard of you somewhere syndrome, and that's by doing increased visibility building activities every single week. Makes a big difference, and I think that's really important. And the other wow tip would be go to nationaldaycalendar.com and find 2 holidays, maybe, 2, because I want you to work it for looking at what works for you for the upcoming year or in this calendar year, and see what would be a great way for people to pay attention to you and do something different. Like a divorce coach I work with, she has a great, wonderful way that people can raise their kids even when they get divorced. So for Valentine's Day, we have a whole piece called How to Fall Out of Love on Valentine's Day.
Oh, I love it. Sort of like
Contrary.
unconscious coupling. Yes.
Yes. Go contrary. Isn't that fun?
I love this. And I'm just reflecting on when I was working with you a few years ago. I think so many times I think, oh, PR, and it feels like this daunting thing. But when you say 30 minutes a week, that feels very doable.
Yes.
And then I know so many times once I get going into something, I really get into it. And then I don't want to stop, but I'm actually having fun with it. So
Yes.
I love that concept of like 30 minutes a week. And that could really change. And
yes,
the other thing I wanted to tag onto what you were saying, Jill, I remember when I came out to do a VIP day with you, and you suggested that I write for the Huffington Post. And I was excited. And then I was like, all this stuff comes up, right? I'm not good enough. Who am I? Because of your coaching, I went to Ariana Huffington and I brought her my book and my t-shirts, and I couldn't believe I got in the building. And the college person said, we want you to write for the college. I was speaking on college campuses all over the country at the time. And I was very uncomfortable, but I did it anyway because I was committed. And I think that is really, I work with people on visibility too, with its video, getting their keynotes to convert, and podcast guesting. So I think it's uncomfortable, right? It's out of our comfort zone, that next level of visibility.
yes.
And when you have accountability, kindness, and think of baby steps, that makes it doable. I think that's where a lot of people get tripped up. I know I still do in certain things.
Yes, but part of that is keeping the focus and keeping the baby steps going. And I think that's where most people somewhat lose the game of publicity. And honestly, a way to win it, a simple way, this is a great tip, is stay in focus with your publicity. What's your next step? What's your next step? We don't have to take the whole mountain. I'm not concerned if you get in USA Today, The Morning, The View, The Today Show, or what is important is that you keep taking baby steps. So that's the key.
I love that. Yes. And I know for me, I'm a recovering drama queen. So I want and sometimes as when I was doing comedy, I would think, you know what? It's one more credit. Sometimes the gig was great. Sometimes
Yeah,
it was, you were awesome, but the crowd was hardly there or whatever. But I would think it's one more credit. Keep going.
that's
You've
right.
got 30 more minutes on stage. Keep going. Keep going.
That's right. That's right. And that really is what it is. Keep going. And you know what, honestly, for all of us, you want to talk success, it's keep going. And publicity success specifically relates to that continuous movement and continuous flow so that people keep going, I've heard of you somewhere. I've heard of you
Yes.
somewhere. And it may be the smallest, tiniest little piece. One of the things I invest in myself in masterminds and stay
Right.
committed. And I heard Jack Canfield talk at one of my masterminds, and he was saying specifically that publicity was the very thing that drove all of his success. The very thing. Isn't that amazing? And that is what I'm talking about.
Wow. I love that. And for people listening, I talk about in the old days, there were 3 TV channels, 3, and you had to spend thousands and thousands of dollars to get on them or have the PR person, and you had to sign 3, 5, 6 months. And nowadays we have so many other ways that we can be our own PR person, and you don't have to spend a $10,000 retainer. Because so many people, I say, I hate social media, or I don't like this. I get that. And if you can reframe it, that can make it more palatable. You want to speak to that?
Yeah. And let me just tell you, I just read an article. In fact, it's funny you should say that because I'm teaching my media mastery intensive during this time. And one of the things we found out that an average public relations fee is $14,400 a month. Okay. Now, most people do not have that kind of money laying around. And my heart lies with the entrepreneur and giving you real world ways to get this out quickly. And wonderful news, everyone, is that the opportunity to get in media has been so expanded and increased more than ever before. And that is incredible. So that we have everything from social media, LinkedIn Lives, TikTok, Instagram Lives, where you're in complete control, plus all the wonderful podcasts and wonderful opportunities to get out there in simple, easy ways, literally just quick and fun, and podcast opportunities, blog, and then the traditional media, which also now lives in multiple places, both obviously online and offline. So you can get in Inc.com and Forbes.com and Entrepreneur.com, even if you don't get in the magazine. There's just all kinds of great ways in exist before.
Yes, that is so true. And I don't know if this happens for you, but people will reach out to me and ask me if I can speak. And they'll always say, oh, Elaine, we've been stalking you. So when people discover you, when you have a bunch of podcast episodes and articles, and you have this treasure trove of things, even if they just discovered you, it's bam, drop the mic, credibility.
Love that. Yes. And that is what publicity does. It has you get seen, get heard, and get paid. That's a biggie, right? And it has you have the opportunity to really monetize your message and multiply your reach, because you're able to reach so many more people than just one by one. So much better. So much better.
One to many.
We had
a mentor who would talk about that a lot. In closing, Jill, do you want to leave us with one favorite success story or one more super tip or something to give them something to go out with a bang?
Yes, I want to give you a super tip, although I love telling success stories, and I have many, but let me tell you a great tip, and that is get on Google Alerts. Put your name on Google Alerts and put one thing. For instance, kindness. When the Prophet of Kindness came out, I put the word kindness, and that's how I discovered World Kindness Day is November 13th. I'm going to tell you, Elaine, you don't even know this. I was at 2 Fox TV stations, including Dallas, Texas, Fox News on World Kindness Day by Zoom. Woo! And in my local market, Fox News Mornings on 2, big morning show, all because of World Kindness Day. And that came from Google Alerts, knowing that this, holiday exists. So I think it's really important for all of you that you continue to look for opportunities, unique opportunities. How can you get your name out there? Google Alerts will alert you to what the media is talking about, and that's a great thing to know.
I love that, Jill. Thank you so much for taking the time. We both had very busy days and we made it work. I'm so glad we got to connect. And if people want to know more, please tell us. It's Jill Lublin, LUBLIN.com.
Here's the thing. I created jilllublin.com/kindness circles is the way you can join the kindness circles. We would love to have you. And I have a wonderful free gift for all of you because we had a wonderful short time together today. I couldn't quite tell you all the PR great tips I have for you, but guess what? I did create a free action guide for you and where you can go and get fabulous more PR tips and a free publicity masterclass with me. So imagine this live and interactive with me asking all the PR questions you have. That's part of the free gift. So here's how you get that. You go to jilllublin.com/guide, GUIDE, jilllublin.com/guide, and check that out. Let's connect. Looking forward to helping you with your publicity success because, my friends, here's the deal. Your message matters.
Yes, it does. Thank you. Thank you, Jill. This was packed full of juicy content. And it's always great to be reminded again of all the beautiful things. And thanks everybody for listening. And I can't wait to circle back with you. And I want to come to the kindness circles for sure.